Hi, this is the team from Easel, and welcome to our second YouTube course on using the apps in the Easel app library. As with the first video and every other video after this, we will have an example project linked below that you can make a copy of and try out some of the things that we're talking about in just a random kind of example project that'll have examples that you can use, and then a second workpiece that will show what they can look like or what you can try. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of jump right in here. Today we're going to be talking about the super gradient generator. And so to start, I need an object. And I'm going to show two examples. One is just a kind of an example to show everything. And then another is an example that I think is specifically kind of useful, but requires a couple of extra steps. So I'm going to start by grabbing a shape here. I'm going to use this square. I'm going to select it and then move over to the left-hand easel toolbar and select the apps icon. From here, I'll scroll down to super gradient generator. This is going to open me into the super gradient generator. And there's a bunch of different options. So we're just going to kind of jump right in and talk about them. The first one and the easiest to choose is the type of units, either inches or millimeters. And then the type of curve: linear, ease in, ease out, ease in, out, inner radius, outer radius, and then custom. If you select custom, you can change the points here. There are 4 numbers. You can put in anything from 0 to 1 and anything in between, so like 0.5. And it's basically just a Bezier curve. And you can adjust those as needed. In this case, I'm just going to stick with linear. Then I can choose the start depth. By default, it's the full depth of your material, starting at the top of your material and ending at the end of your material. You can adjust that slightly to make it a little bit different. It really just kind of depends on you. You can then adjust the amount of steps. It starts at 20, and you can go like a couple less steps, even less, if you just want a small kind of gradient, or you can go really aggressive. One thing I will say is the more steps that you have, the most likely it's going to take a lot longer to generate. And it'll be like a more smooth kind of gradient or shape, but those steps are going to take a long time to generate. So I think, staying at 25 or under is probably going to show the best results. I'm just going to make it 16 right now. You can choose the direction. So by default, it's inwards, but you can choose left, right, up, down, or a specific angle, and then you can change it around and it will adjust it to that angle that you want. In this case, I'm just going to do inwards. And then the shape type, self or rectangular. I'm just going to do self because I think that looks a little bit better. And then the gradient length changes the gradient length. And then when you're ready, you can click on import, and we can see our shape here. It's going to replace our original shape, but we can see it's just a bunch of different gradients. Each one is different. So if you're going to select this to move it, you'll want to click above it, drag over it, and then select everything to move it around, or group it, and then you can move it just by clicking on it. So that's how to use the super gradient generator. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to do it with text, because it's a little bit different, because Easel won't let you convert text. So you have to change text into an object. We have a video about that, but in case anyone is wondering, I'm just going to kind of do it really quickly. Basically, you create your text, you grab a square, you fit it over your material, move it to the back, and then change the cut depth to 0. Then you select both your text and your square and combine them. And now my text is an object. I can then go to the apps, super gradient generator, and it will do it with my text. And I'm going to change the steps to something a little more minimal here. Then I can import it, and that's the super gradient generator. And if we look at it here on the 3D preview, we can see it's just a bunch of steps down to the depth that I've set. And that's just a little bit more about the super gradient generator. Feel free to check out the project link below and just kind of mess around with it. Have a wonderful day.
To learn more, head over to Easel.com.